Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Broke His Human Limiter. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, stay in tune for there's what ifs coming your way over an Anime King, Anime King 2 and Anime Prince. If you're new, yes, that's right, I indeed have 4 channel guys, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince, which I post what if on every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly, every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking about to all of you, so yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode starts. The intro. So the last time we left off, Kakashi was called in for a very important meeting. This meeting revolved around Naruto. Kakashi was unaware of the full specs of Naruto transitioning from what Guy had helped him out with. Hiruzen sat him down and told him that he will be the teacher of a team that consists of Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, and Sasuke Uchiha. The reasons for the other two were there, but despite Sasuke having a Sharingan and a crucial beneficial of Konoha, Naruto was more crucial than that, and it wasn't because of the fox. Hiruzen handed him a file. Inside were the tests that the doctors had ran on Naruto before. A week had passed, and then there was another file with another test a week later. The improvements were staggering. It turns out that the constant training that Naruto did almost killed him. However, the fox chakra kept on healing him over and over, to the point where it got so bad that he ended up breaking through its natural human body limit. Every human had a limit on how far they could go. However, Naruto's body destroyed that. If it wasn't for the fox, he would have been dead. As Hiruzen doubted that anyone else could reach this amount of strength, as Naruto seemed to be limitless how far he'd reach, and because of all the training, he was beyond powerful. So Hiruzen wanted Kakashi to keep an eye out for him, jot down any behavior and mannerism that he got from him. The reason being that Naruto was, well, as a child, there was a lot of negativity towards him, but he had swallowed all of that up and just locked it away. And Hiruzen feared the outcome of what will happen if he was to erupt with someone like him. It will be detrimental for Konoha. As Kakashi realized that this was serious, so he had to make sure that everything go well regarding Naruto. Other than that, he just had to make sure that the team worked together. However, when the day finally came, as Naruto was fed up of his sensei not coming early, so he went to go eat some ramen. He met Kakashi as Kakashi gave him a challenge to run back to the classroom. When Naruto moved, the village was under attack. They thought, as the gust that sang through the market district was not normal. Kakashi told them all to meet him on the roof, which they did. As they all introduced themselves, Naruto said that he wants a big happy family with at least 100 kids. That was not going to be possible for one female. However, Kakashi realized that he just didn't want to be alone, and the thought of that was really saddening, given that he knew more about Naruto than he knew more about himself. He told him about the test, so they arrived tomorrow. Arriving there, he explained to them. Sakura started to freak out as she realized that she was going to be sent back. However, Naruto attacked Kakashi. Kakashi was ready, however, the amount of speed and strength that Naruto possessed was something that he was not ready for, as Naruto shattered the entire training ground with only one punch. He then made his way toward his teammates as he figured it out. Sasuke was dragged by Naruto, as he ended up throwing up, seeing that he's never really moved that fast before. As Naruto told them, so they came back out. Naruto showed Kakashi the bells. Kakashi was floored when he heard that Naruto had run back to the village and swapped the bells, and it was indeed true. In the span of a few seconds, Naruto did all of that. He had no other choice but to just pass them. A few weeks went by. As Naruto was sworn by the Inazaka puppies, Hana was watching him with a smile on her face. To think that he could treat someone so precious so badly, she thought to herself. As the team had been on a few D-rank missions so far, they arrived as Naruto wasn't really upset about it because he was getting paid for it. And he was getting a lot of money, seeing that they do 2 D-rank missions a day. And also, well, training for their teamwork, if you'd call it that. Kakashi decided to finally take a C rank. Iruka was against this, given that they just became Genins. However, Kakashi told him that he was fully capable of controlling his own team, as Hiruzen agreed. He told Kakashi to keep an eye out for Naruto as he wanted to hear a full report once he got back, as Kakashi agreed. They took a mission for T country where they had to get the artifact and deliver it to the land of swamp. However, while that was going on, Kichichi, the father of Kurosaki, as he was in charge of a team with her Akisaki and Tsubaki, as they were going after a criminal that stole something very valuable from the Tishikage, and now missing in of the village as they got the information on him. They were going after him as he told her to keep her eye on the prize. However, she let her guard down though as she went to the festival that was in the land of swamps when they split up, as she started to win some of the prizes. As for Naruto, he begged Kakashi to let them stay. Kakashi agreed, seeing that his team did their mission well. After this they were going home, so there was no rush. He told them to remove their headbands because this era was, well, not allied with Konoha, but it was also neutral with the other villages, so there might be missing ninjas and other ninjas from other villages, and Kakashi didn't want them to run into any trouble. So he had to remove their headbands and place their pouches in the backpack that they were wearing. As Naruto came across the game as he saw a girl winning everything, Kurosaki was cheating as she had Earth Chakra towards all the paper shurikens as she burst all the balloons. When she turned though to greet the fellow, as he caught her eye. Despite him looking like the greatest enemy of Fate and Stone, her mind did not think about that. He was cute. As they spoke until a guy bumped into Naruto and fell. When he saw Kurosaki, he started to freak out. This was the guy that they were searching for. However, the guy grabbed Naruto before she could say anything. She messed up badly as she thought that he was just a random civilian. The guy would do anything her father warned her to get away, including killing this kid. She stretched out her hand. No, she yelled. However, the guy already brought his kunai down to end Naruto's life. But what happened next shocked all of them. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the playlist of yourself, and what do you see? Without further ado, we just jump right into this new episode guys. Begin now. We begin this episode with the father of Kurosaki. Kichichi looked around as he was trying to find the enemy. He was sticking to the shadows because the guy knew them, so the moment he made them, he would try to make a run for it. This guy was the lowest of the low. He would kill children, elders, anyone to get away. It doesn't matter who. He knew that once he was brought back to Fate and Stone, it was nothing but death for him. His life would be forfeited. He stole something very valuable, not to mention, on his way out, he bombed 3 people. He was known to always have explosive on him. Kichichi was confident in his team, as this guy, while he was able to escape, he was no proper ninja. He was frankly weak. Any one of his Genins could handle him. However, he had some suicidal tendencies that made him seem crazy, but he used that to get away by threatening to even blow himself up. That is why he told them not to engage. He just hoped Kurosaki listened. As her father, he knew how rebellious she was. That is when it happened. Boom! An explosion went off. His eyes went wide as he shot towards it. Meanwhile, Sakura had found Sasuke before he went out to explore the place. Even though she was not gonna say it and ruin the mood, this was like a date. They were at a festival, and he was actually making small talk. Well, he just said and he said okay once, but still to her that was exciting. As she wondered where Naruto was though, if he was also enjoying himself. She didn't know Naruto that much, but He seemed to be a pretty good guy, although he didn't really talk much to anyone in the academy. The first week when he came there and got beaten by Sasuke, something in him just changed and he just stopped talking to people that much. However, he wasn't a bad guy. After all, how could a bad person be playing with the puppies like how he did? As she had saw that, when the puppies had swarmed him and he was laughing so happily. He was just not her type, she thought to herself. But he was pretty cute. She was sure that he would find someone, she thought. As she glanced towards Sasuke, just like she would boom. They were cut off as the explosion went off. Sasuke snapped his head towards it before he shot off. Sasuke's mind was already thinking that that was Naruto. Ever since the blonde joined his team, Sasuke wanted to know the mystery behind his power. However, despite telling him numerous times, Sasuke did not believe him about the training. No training could make someone that powerful so fast. As Sasuke wanted to see Naruto in action, fighting someone for real. So with that he rushed off without even thinking. Kakashi was at the hotel as he had just exited to go look for his Genins, keep eye on them. Heard the explosion. He sighed to himself, already? Tsubaki and Akisaki took off as well. As they all moved in, a few minutes earlier, Tenshi, that was his name, Tenshi Aburami was the one that stole the artifact. He was great in espionage, infiltration. He was known for that. The life of a ninja in his village was not a good one. He had barely got the rank of Chunin, and that wasn't because of his strength or speed, it was because of his ability to infiltrate, gather information. However, he realized that his efforts would be better served somewhere else. When he first stole something from his village and sold it, it was a mission that they were supposed to get back some item, but he played his part perfectly and no one found out. The amount of money that he got, it was so enlightening that he took it. However, he knew one day that this will catch up to him. That is why he did not fear death, because he knew that one day perhaps he will die. In a rather gruesome way, that is why he made sure to spend his money while he had it and enjoy himself. However, he was caught taking this item because it was beyond valuable, and with the money that he was going to receive in his bank account after this, he could go in hiding for years upon years. However, this damn brat had to see him. However, he was going to do what he always did, use people as distraction as he brought the kunai down to stab Naruto. Well, he didn't really know his name. He was going to use him as distraction. A girl seemed to care about him a bit. That should be enough time for him to buy for himself to get the hell out of here. However, what happened next shocked all of them. "Hey, what are you doing?" said Naruto, as he caught the kunai with his finger. His pointer finger stopped the edge of the kunai. The members there were beyond shock. The civilians had rushed away the moment they saw him had grabbed onto Naruto, thinking that a ninja fight was going to break out. When they saw the weapon, they moved back even more. Kurosaki was baffled. She didn't understand. Tenchi started to freak out. He quickly pulled an explosive tag as he slapped it on Naruto and activated it. Kurasaki's eyes went wide when she saw the tag. "Move!" she yelled, but he slapped it on Naruto's back and jumped away. Naruto reached around and plucked the explosive tag. Kurasaki's eyes went wide. "No!" she yelled out towards him. However, the thing exploded right in his face, throwing her back as she slammed on the ground hard. She was too close to him. The explosion caused a lot of dust and debris to fill the area. She coughed as she started to regain her senses. He's dead because of her. Damn it, she cursed herself. Her father told her to be careful. And now that kid is dead because of her. She clenched her fists. As she tried to get up, her ears were ringing. She dropped back to one knee, coughing rather violently. She was too close to the explosion. However, Tenchi used an opportunity to get the hell out of there. However, he was stopped. "Found you." As someone landed right in front of him. Tenchi's eyes went wide. "Kitsushi," he said. Tenchi run as Kitsushi flashed through hand sign. The earth rose up and tried to capture Tenchi. However, he launched a kunai with the explosive tag and exploded, blowing apart it. Tenchi knew that he could not fight Kitsushi. He would certainly die. No, they would take him back. And if they took him back, no, he rushed through the smoke. As he did not even notice passing by someone, he was too afraid. That is when he saw his golden tickets. Kurosaki was picking herself up until he grabbed her. Her mind was still a bit hazy from the explosion. As he grabbed her, she felt him wrapping something around her. She tried to fight him off, but he placed a cone at her throat. "Move and you're dead," he said. That is when her father burst through the smoke. He stopped himself. As Tenchi held the cone at her throat, he strapped a numerous amount of explosive around her body. She tried to move, however, he pressed the cone and drawing a bit of blood. "You bastard! You're gonna pay for this," she said. "Yeah, I know," he said. "However, you're gonna be my bargaining chip." "Hey, you two," he said. "I wouldn't move if I were you." Behind him was Tsubaki and Akisaki. Both of them were to move, however, they were too late as he had Kurosaki in a grip. It was then that Kitsushi saw someone landed on the roof nearby and looked down. Kitsushi was surprised he saw Kakashi Hatsuki. The man was known after all of the Elemental Nation. The man that was said to possess 1,000 jutsus. It was then that Sasuke arrived. "What the hell is going on?" he said. Sakura running behind him to catch up. It was then that they heard someone groaning. "You know, this was my favorite shirt." Kurosaki's eyes went wide. The smoke in front of Kitsushi cleared to show someone stepping out of the smoke. Kakashi looked down towards Naruto. Black markings all over his face from the explosions, but his shirt was completely torn apart, which he was now angry about. His pants were torn but not completely fallen off. Kitsushi was surprised as he looked towards a crater. Was that kid blown up? He thought to himself. But he had other matters to worry about, his daughter's safety. Kurosaki couldn't believe what she was seeing as Naruto stepped forward. "You destroyed my favorite shirt," he said. "Stop right there, you monster," said Tenchi. "I don't know how you survived that, but if you move, I'll kill her, and this entire place will be turned into rubble." "What did you just call me?" said Naruto. As he took another step. "Kid, stop where you are!" Kitsushi said, knowing that this brat will get his daughter killed. Kakashi started to slowly lift his headband, preparing himself. This could turn into a national incident if he didn't do something. "I said, stop right where you are, you ma." However, he was unable to finish as Naruto shot forward. Everything went white. A colossal explosion went off, blowing everything to smithereens. The ninjas had to jump away as a gigantic crater was left right in the center of the village. Once Kitsushi collected his senses, his eyes went wide. His daughter. Sasuke couldn't believe it. There was nothing left. Sakura placed a hand to her mouth. Kakashi stood there, a shocked look on his face. However, not for the reason that you might expect. Something just happened. It was not anyone dying that baffled Kakashi. His Sharingan was visible, and because of that he was able to slow down the perception of what happened. And despite that he could barely see it, but he saw it. The land of Swamp had some 4 mountains out in the distance, outside the coastal of the village. At the moment, Tenchi found himself on one of those. Tenchi was surprised. What's going on? Kurosaki snapped her eyes open as she checked her body. She wasn't dead. Tenchi looked at her. How? What? He looked around. But before he could say anything, his throat was grabbed. His body was violently smashed in the side of the mountain. You know, I've taken a lot of crap from a lot of people. But from someone that I don't know who just tried to blow me up with an explosive tag, I won't allow someone like you to call me a monster, said Naruto. Now, apologize, or I'll hurt you badly. Tenchi couldn't understand what was going on. Was this even real? How were they all not dead. He knew that he activated the jutsu the moment the kid feet touched off the ground, and yet he was here alive. His eyes had closed for a few seconds, and now he was here, and now he was in agonizing pain as he was roughly slammed into the ground. How he understand. He was dead. Yeah, the explosion blew him to smithereens. Because of all the violent things that he'd done in the past, this was just the world trying to repay him. Yeah, the world was mocking him. You know, you could have come up with something better. A better torture. What? Said Naruto. I mean, having a kid that is upset about me calling him a monster. I mean, what's your deal? Are you a monster? He asks. An abomination. Some kind of plague to humanity that needs to be wiped out. Shut your mouth, said Naruto. What's wrong? Gonna cry? He asks. Come on, I know you can do better than that. I said, shut up, said Naruto. As the ground at his feet started to crack, the man laughed. Do your worst. After all, I'm already dead. To put insult on injury, he threw his fist out and slammed it in Naruto's face. However, he felt it. Kenshin was confused as he saw Kurosaki getting back up. She looked at him and at the kid. Wait, what? This is not a dream? I'm not dead, he said. As he realized the situation, he had survived. He didn't know how, but he had survived. He slowly reached for a kunai in his pouch as Naruto dragged him off the ground and lifted him up in the air. However, he pulled that kunai and tossed it towards Kurosaki, trying to use her as a distraction. Her eyes went wide, not expecting the movement. However, the kunai was stopped right in front of her. As she looked to see the blonde-haired kid holding onto the handle. You, said Naruto. As he threw the kunai away, it split right into the mountain. What kind of monster are you? Just going around attacking and killing people as you see fit. How did I survive? How are any one of you alive? He said, trying to get out of Naruto's grip. We all should be dead right now. What did you do? What did you do, you monster? As Naruto lost it, I said, don't call me a monster. He turned and threw him. Kurasaki's eyes went wide in shock as she couldn't believe what she saw. The man's body was thrown out of the village towards the opposite mountain on the other side. She saw it. The body had slammed into the mountain with so much force. It didn't go through, instead it splattered. How could someone throw someone so far? That wasn't humanly possible. As Naruto was puffing, his fist clenched. If there was one thing that he hated, was people whispering behind his back, calling him a monster. He hated that when he was young. He tried to block it out. However, having some no one call him that he didn't even know. However, he realized something. He just killed that guy. I killed him, said Naruto, as he dropped to his knees. Despite everything so far, Naruto was still, well, he was young. He's never taken a life before. As he was so angry, he just... Kurosaki walked towards him. Hey. As Naruto looked up towards her. Don't beat yourself up about that, she said. That guy was the scum of the earth. He's a monster. He deserved what was coming to him. But me killing him, does that make me any better? He said to her. Well, not really, but some people deserve to die. You know that, right? After all, you're clearly not a civilian as I thought. So that means you're a ninja. And you must know that some people deserve what is coming to them. And people like us can't do anything to stop that. There is just monsters out in the world. And besides, you feel remorse. Monsters don't feel remorse. As she placed a hand on his shoulder. Cheer up. You saved my life. And I'm grateful for that. You're a hero. I am, said Naruto. Yeah, look at me. If it wasn't for you, I would be dead. By the way, how exactly did you save me? Well, I took those explosives off you and grab you and him and jump all the way up here. I guess I underestimated my own strength. I do that sometimes, said Naruto. You leap all the way up here. You're joking, right? No, not really, said Naruto. That thing with the bomb going off in your face. How did you survive that? Well, I'm kind of really strong, said Naruto. As he pounded his chest, my skin is really durable, you see? She looked at him. What's wrong, he said. It's just hard to comprehend what you're telling me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Yeah, said Naruto. I'm really special, he said to her. She started to laugh at that. What's so funny? Well, I've never seen someone so powerful, so kind-hearted about it. You're one strange individual, Oh, Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. Uzumaki. Whoever heard that before? Hey, what's your name? Said Naruto. It's Kurosaki, she said. As he was staring at her. Why are you looking at me like that? I've just noticed. You're really beautiful, he said. That brought, blush to her cheeks. As she looked at him. Well, thanks. He kept on looking at her. You're still staring at me. Well, it's strange, said Naruto. I read this in a book once. You're like the princess that I saved. I wonder if this will be it. If this will be what, she said. Well, one of my dreams is to have a big family. Would you mind helping me out with that, he said. I read in the books that we have to sleep together in order for that to happen. She blinked in shock. Do you know what you're saying right now, she said. Yeah, of course, he said. I want you to become my wife. Wait. Are you asking me to marry you? Yeah, said Naruto. Do you even know what that means, she asked. Yeah, said Naruto. Two people come together and creating a big happy family. Come on, it would be awesome. I'm afraid that you can't just go about asking someone to marry you that you just meet. Why not, said Naruto. I mean, you're really beautiful, and I like you. You like me? You don't even know me. Well, I like your attitude. And I guess that means I like you as well. She started to laugh even more. Hey, what's so funny? You're just... I can't explain it, she said, as she got to her feet. You're really strange. I am, said Naruto. Yeah, she said. And weird too, but you're cute. I have to say that, and you're also incredibly nice for a ninja. There's not many nice ninjas in this world. They are really rare, and you're one of them. But you can't just ask someone to marry you. Besides, she said, I'm not just some trophy wife. I'm a powerful kunoichi. That makes it even better, said Naruto. I like powerful girls. We can be the two powerfulest people in the world if you like it, he said, as he held out his hand. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna marry you, she said to him. Her eyes went wide. We need to get back, she said. Her father must be worried. As she looked down. Holy shit. We really are on top of a mountain, she said. The realization hitting her once again. Oh, don't worry, said Naruto as he scooped her up. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you, said Naruto. Prepare yourself. Prepare myself first, she screamed as Naruto took off. A few minutes earlier, the explosion had just went off. Kitsushi rushed towards a gigantic crater. As he looked around, not seeing anything. As he couldn't believe it. She was gone. He dropped to his knees. Where's Naruto? Said Sakura. Kitsushi lost it as he heard that. She must be talking about that blonde. He turned towards her with a glare as Kakashi stepped beside her. Your pupil got her killed, he said, clenching his fists. I don't think so, said Kakashi. What do you mean you don't think so? They're all dead. Do you think anyone can survive something like that? Kakashi was not going to say anything about Naruto. However, he was certain that Naruto was not dead. Tsubaki and Akisaki joined him. The place started to get a bit tense. Sasuke stepped forward, narrowing his gaze. As he wondered what they were trying to pull, Kitsushi was angry. Losing your daughter like that was not something pleasant. And it was because of this brain dead, idiotic, stupid kid that got her killed. And right now he was not pleased. You interfere with the Hidden Stone mission and got my daughter killed. It was because of your damn pupil. Kakashi raised a hand. I think you should calm yourself down, he said. First of all, he was trying to save her life. What idiot rushed in towards someone like that? What the hell does he think he is? Invulnerable? Even if she's still dead because of him. And I will not let that slide, he said. Before he could say anything else though, someone crashed over to the side. As dust and debris picked up, the screaming slowly died down. Kitsushi turned. Don't ever do that again, said Kurosaki. His eyes went wide in shock. Sensei, it's Naruto, said Sakura. Kakashi figured that much. His Sharingan had saw it. He had saw the explosive being thrown in the air. And he had saw the blurs moving towards the mountainside. Once again he was shocked by Naruto's speed. Something that seemed unfathomable. Kurosaki. She turned. Dad, I guess I messed up, huh? Before she could say anything else, she was enveloped in a hug. He loved his daughter. He loved her with everything that he got. He thought that she was dead as he held on to her, tears in his eyes. You're alright, he said. Dad, you're embarrassing me. As Naruto looked up towards the man holding on to her, he was her father. And he really truly loved her. It was times like this that he wished he had parents. To have these tender moments. Although he wouldn't want his parents to worry about him. Having them love you and all that, well, he kind of wanted that. You, he said, turning towards Naruto. Huh? You almost got her killed. Wait, how did you survive? He saved me, she said. But how? How did he save you? The explosion. Well, he's special. She then turned her head. Dad, why does that guy look so familiar? It was then that she noticed a headband. Leaf. She then turned. Wait, you're from the Leaf Village, she said. Oh yeah, said Naruto. As he saw there was a sad look in her eyes. What's wrong, he asked. You're really a Leaf Ninja? Yeah. What about it? Kitsushi looked towards the others. We need to go. Immediately. Kurosaki nodded. Hey wait, said Naruto. However, Kakashi stopped him. Naruto stopped. Remember, they're from a different village. Yeah, I know, but I just want to... Hey, Kurosaki, he said. She glanced back towards him. Kurosaki, let's go. Her father said to her. Yeah, I'm coming, she said. Sorry. She mouthed the words to Naruto before she took off. What? Why? As Naruto looked towards Kakashi. I will explain along the way. But the relationship between us and them are not a good one, he said. But I just met her, he said. Kakashi sighed. Years of history, he said to Naruto. I don't understand. I'll explain, he said. A sad look was on Naruto's face. Time skip. They were heading back to the Hidden Leaf. Naruto was not his cheery self. Sakura saw the interaction that he had with that girl. Maybe he liked her. And he hadn't really spoken since they had taken off. He had not even acknowledged Sasuke, trying to challenge him as they made their way. Usually he would goof it off, but now he was just silent. She decided she would cheer him up. Hey, Naruto, she said. As Naruto looked up, yeah, he said. He was now wearing a black t-shirt that he had bought in the village. Kakashi was able to fill the crater with a Earth-style jutsu, apologizing for the inconvenience, as he had left the village. As Naruto looked towards Sakura, he was wearing a black shirt and black pants. His sandals were still intact. It's gonna be alright, she said. There's a lot of other girls out there for you. Naruto simply sighed. Or perhaps you will see her again one day. Yeah, maybe you're right, said Naruto. as he lowered his head. Kakashi had told him that it was history between the two nations, but he didn't understand what that meant for him and Kurosaki. Why did the history have to interfere with them being friends? Besides, he realized his mistake. He had to become friends with her first before he started a romantic relationship. But he didn't get the chance to do that. As Naruto sighed once again. He was feeling really sad right now. Kakashi was watching him curiously. As Naruto had told him what happened, the girl had somehow coached him quick enough for him to get over killing someone for the first time. Sasuke was upset that he was not there to either fight. However, Naruto had seemed really sad about throwing the guy. It was a good thing that he didn't let the other two overhear that part when Naruto threw the guy into a mountain. Kakashi had checked the crash spot. What he saw was blood and body parts splattered. The force that the guy was thrown with was too great for his body to keep up, and he went splat. He was dead, of course. As they were now heading back towards the village, arriving in, they went to the Hokage's tower. Hiruzen smiled as he saw them come in, but Naruto wasn't too happy. As a mission report was given, he dismissed them. As Kakashi gave the rest of the mission reports about what happened, the more happy Hiruzen started to get worried about Naruto's strength and about his emotional progress. The thing was, it was returning toward a state of instability. Monster. That word had triggered Naruto a lot, as he had told Kakashi everything. He really hated that word. Kakashi knew what he was, and what he contained, but he didn't seem to mind that. Granted, his teammates did not know, but that didn't really matter. Kakashi was a good guy, and Naruto kind of trusted him, so he told him what happened, with the guy calling him Monster. At the hidden stone, Oniki sat there as he heard what happened. He was a bit angry at Kurosaki for her recklessness. However, he was glad that she was okay. However, the problem was not her. It was this individual that was from Konoha, that was able to tank an explosive tag like it was nothing, and that was able to leap from the center of a village towards the edge of a mountain, and that seemed to be virtually indestructible, to be able to throw that man into the side of a crater. As the team had went, well, the leader had went, Kichishi, and he had checked over the location where Kurosaki pointed out to him, and he had saw the remains. Well, Oniki was baffled about that. Something like that should not be possible. Who was this Naruto Uzumaki? That last name. Yes, he indeed remembered the Uzumaki clan. However, he also noticed Kurosaki acting strange. A week later, Kurosaki was currently in the village. As she calmly made her way, she was feeling strange. The first guy that she actually liked, despite saying that she would marry him, after all she barely knew him, was from the Hidden Leaf. Her grandfather did not like that village one bit. Reason being, well, the Yellow Flash, and more, but mostly Yellow Flash, but still, they could never be with each other. In a perfect world, sure, but in this one, never. As she calmly made her way down the street, she had a time off the day as she was relaxing, trying to get her mind off that blonde idiot. Yet she couldn't, even in her dreams he haunted her. Maybe it was how kind he was and how nice he was. Damn it. Why can't she just forget about him, she thought. As she passed by an alleyway, someone grabbed her hand and yanked her inside. This was rather shocking. Everyone in the village knew who she was. If someone would dare to attack her like this, well, they think that she was defenseless. They weren't about to like this as she flipped a kunai from her pouch. She was always wearing her weapon pouch. As she pushed the person in the wall and placed a kunai at his throat. "Who the hell are you?" she said. He was wearing a hood over his head. She heard him chuckle a bit. That laugh. As he removed the hood, her eyes went wide as she looked at those blue eyes. Blonde hair. Naruto? She said in shock. Yep, he said to her with a smile. Flashback. Kakashi had reported to Hokage that Naruto wasn't doing so well. It seems that the girl had really caught his interest. Maybe it was love at first sight. As Naruto was not as talkative as he once was, he still participated and went along with everything, but he was not that talkative, which was something that they didn't like all that much. They always wanted Naruto to express what was going on. Hiruzen kind of feared what would be the outcome. As much as he knew that Naruto was a good person, he feared the power that Naruto has at the moment. A young mind having so much strength is not something good. Thoughts could be easily corrupted. That is why Hiruzen did everything possible to make sure Danzo doesn't find out about this. That man had his ways of twisting and corrupting people, and if he was to get his hands on Naruto, it wouldn't be pleasant. Kakashi had gave the group a day off, seeing that they'd been doing so well, as Naruto had just returned back to his apartment. Hiruzen sent an envoy there to watch. As the envoy saw Naruto inside, the envoy was none other than Yujiro. She was a few buildings off, not to be discovered by him. Everything else about him was great. His speed, strength, everything. They didn't know about his hearing. She was too far, she could not feel his chakra, but she had saw him enter the apartment. And he has not come out. From what Kakashi told her, he has been spending more time just staying inside, so she had nothing to worry about. However, if she had went closer, she would have noticed that on the bed was a few pillows stacked up, trying to act as a real person, which was clearly not. Naruto had snuck out. It was rather simple. The apartment complex that he lived in, there was no one in the floor above him, so he simply went through the ground. From there, he simply rushed through the village, keeping to the shadows. He had a hood over his head, and from there he took to the forest of death. The forest was wide enough going out towards the forest in the Fire Nation, as Naruto came across the wall, which he leaped over. The wall was tall and high. He did not touch it one bit. There was seals on the wall to probably sense his chakra. However, he did not have to touch it, as he shot through the village and he went off. Naruto was like a blur tearing through the Elemental Nation. He was running so fast as he had a map in his hand. The wind was blowing his hair back and the hood over his head. He couldn't leave it at that. He was thinking about her a lot since he met her, and he wanted to see her again. He had to see her once again. She was at the Hidden Stone. The Hidden Stone was quite a distance away from Konoha, but if he go at full speed, he should be there in a few hours. As Naruto decided to let loose, there was nothing to block him, nothing to hold him back, and he was going all out. He tear across the valley. He was like a blur to most things as he shot past. The map that he got from the library told him where the Hidden Stone was. He had to slow down as he reached towards the valley. Arriving there, he was going to cross over into the Hidden Stone village. He had passed through the Land of Grass, and after passing through that, he went over a bridge known as the Kanebe Bridge. He had saw something about that in the map, saying that the bridge was rebuilt. Probably was this one. As he shot over it and made his way, arriving in the Hidden Stone territory, he had to stick to the shadows, but he was too fast for the ninjas to keep up. At the forefront, the sensory group that was there felt something hit his senses, but he didn't see anything. Hey, what's wrong? I was sure I picked up something a while ago, but I felt nothing now, he said. Are you sure about that? I mean, I don't see anything. It's unlikely for someone to get this far without anyone noticing. Yeah, you're probably right, he said. As Naruto did not take too long, he arrived towards the entrance of the village. It was a gigantic gate. On both sides it was stone. The place was surrounded by a gigantic wall like Konoha. However, there was different reaches in the wall that went over toward the side of a large slope. So Naruto simply dived right into it. As he slammed his hand in the wall, stopping his fall, he then proceeded to throw himself from canyon to canyon until he reached. He then pulled himself up. Flipping over, he landed on the horizon top. He then ran down the hill. It didn't take him too long as he jumped over and hid into an alleyway. As he arrived in the village, he smiled to himself. Well, that was easy. Now to gather some information, he thought to himself. In the flashback, Kurosaki stood there shocked. As she looked at Naruto, she grabbed his hand as she took him and ran off, bringing him towards her favorite spot, where no one really go. It was like a small crevice, as she climbed underneath it, as Naruto followed behind her. Arriving inside, the place was large, a open spacious area where she also trained a bit. "What's wrong with you?" she yelled, as Naruto was taken aback. What do you mean? Which psycho escape their own village and sneak into a different one that is definitely not allied with theirs to come see a single person? If her grandfather found out about this, there was a high chance that Naruto will die, and she didn't want him to die. "I thought you would be happy to see me, not if it's gonna get you killed." "How is it gonna get me killed?" said Naruto. "You have no idea who I am, do you?" "Well, you're Kurosaki, aren't you?" "That's not the only thing," she said. "I'm the granddaughter of the Tishikage. Do you know what will happen if he finds you here, sneaking into the village to see me? My grandfather will be off with your head." As Naruto rubbed his throat at that, she sighed. "How could you be so stupid? You're not gonna tell him, are you?" "It's my duty as a stone ninja to inform my grandfather in any Lu activities that are done by any other ninjas from the other nations. And you have just broken into our village, so I should tell him." "But you're not, are you?" said Naruto. "I just came to, well, talk to you. It's strange. Since we met, I couldn't get you off my mind." Her eyes went wide at that. He couldn't get her off his mind? "I don't know what exactly it was, but I just kept on thinking about you over and over again. So I decided to just come and see you." I'm sorry," he said. I might have messed up. I usually do these impulsive things that I don't really think until I'm too late. I'll go," he said. He started to walk away as she grabbed his hand. As Naruto turned back towards her, she released a sigh. "Look, the two villages are not at good standings, but you're a good person. And I know that. Besides, which other ninja would save another ninja from another village life and not expect something in return? However, when I look into your eyes, I don't see you playing an angle. What I see is, well, a little bit of pain," she said. As Naruto looked away, "But I also see a kind, genuine soul." A smile came to his face. "Look, I'm not gonna tell him," she said. "As long as you promise not to do anything stupid." "I promise," said Naruto. "I won't do anything stupid." She chuckled at that. "Knowing you, you might," she said. "Yeah, you're probably right," said Naruto. "How did you even get here?" she said. "I ran." "You ran? I'm guessing that you started the moment you left from that mission that you were on at the swamp, right?" "No, I actually ran today," he said. She started to laugh as she stepped away. "What's so funny?" And she just kept on laughing. "You were making a joke, right?" Not really." "Wait, you seriously ran from your village? And it took you hours to get here?" "Are you saying what I'm hearing?" she said. "Yeah," said Naruto. "What's wrong?" "Your village is... the location is..." She sat down, her mind being blown. "I knew that you were fast and strong, but this is... What about your village? Don't they know that you're gone? They will mark you as a missing nin." Maybe that was a good idea, she thought, and then he can come live here. What was she thinking? As she shook her head, "Don't worry," said Naruto. "I'll get back before they even notice." She sighed. "With your speed, I wouldn't be surprised that you would." As she sat down, as Naruto sat down beside her. "So, what now?" he said. She looked towards him. "I should be the one asking you that," she said. "You're the one that broke in here to came to see me." "I guess I didn't think that far ahead. You know, you really are an idiot," she said. "Hey, I'm not stupid," said Naruto. "And yet you don't have a plan." As she sighed, "So why don't you tell me more about yourself? You want to be friends, right?" "Yeah," said Naruto. He should be friends first, thought to himself. "Well, the name is Naruto Uzumaki. I've grown up in Konoha. As you know, I'm strong, fast, and yeah, pretty much it," said Naruto. As he didn't feel like he was ready to tell her about his deepest secret yet. "So that's it. What about history, parents?" Um, well, oh, I'm sorry," she said. Seeing the look on his face, she knew what that meant. She's seen that look before. "Oh, it's alright," said Naruto. "I never really know them." "What do you mean?" "Well, they died before I was born." "They did, huh?" "What's wrong?" said Naruto, looking at her. "Well, the reason why my grandfather hated your village so much is because of the fourth Hokage." "The fourth Hokage?" "He's one of my heroes," said Naruto. "Well, he might be your hero, but he did kill a lot of people here." "He did?" said Naruto. "Of course, it was war." "Yeah, but he was protecting my village," said Naruto, looking down. "Yeah, you understand. While he might have saved your people, he ended many life of my people here. A lot of people died. A lot of people is still suffering until now." "I'm sorry," said Naruto. She punched him in the arm. "It's not your fault," she said. "Besides, you weren't even born then. And let's not talk about that. That is past issue," she said. "Although, I should be reporting this. You're a good person." She sighed to herself. Usually she never really do things like this. She would be getting a whole lot of trouble if anyone find out, but she couldn't get this damn blown off her mind. "You know, one more thing about the fort. You kind of look like him." "I do?" "Yeah, I've seen a photo of that man already. Similar hair and eyes." However, she reached out and touched his face. As Naruto blushed at that, "He doesn't have these whisker marks." "But I find them cute," she said. You do?" he said. "Yeah, you're like a little kitten." "Hey, kittens are fluffy and cute. I'm manly and tough," said Naruto. "In your dream," she said to him. "So, how are you this strong?" "Well, I trained," said Naruto. "Come on. You have to have some kind of Genkai, right? I mean, Konoha has a lot of them." "Well, not that I know of," said Naruto. "I just train every single day. For 6 years and I got this strong." "Yeah, you're lying," she said. "Why does everyone always say that?" "What do you mean?" she said to him. "Well, Sasuke and Sakura asked me the same thing. And I told them and they told me that I was lying. But I'm not. I indeed train." "Alright," she said. "If you say so." "You still don't believe me, huh?" said Naruto. "Well, it's kind of hard to believe. I mean, you become so strong after just training." As Naruto sighed, "What about you?" he said. "Well, I'm the granddaughter of Tishikage, so sometimes it has its perks, sometimes it has downfalls." "Why would being the granddaughter of a Kage has downfalls?" "Well, people see me as this person that can do no wrong. So if they were to find out that I was here talking to you, my reputation will go down the toilet." "Well, then we can't let anyone find out," said Naruto. "I promise, I won't say a word." "And I believe you," she said. "That is the strange part." "What do you mean?" "I should not trust you," she said. "I mean, you're from a different nation completely. But I literally want to trust you. And that is what I can't understand," she said. "Who are you really, Naruto Uzumaki? Do you have some ability that makes people trust you or something like that?" Well, no," said Naruto. "I guess you just like me," he said, with a smile on his face. "I wouldn't go that far," she said. As Naruto pouted. "Cheer up," she said. "You can be my secret friend." "I don't really have that much of them." "Really? Why not?" "I mean, you are, yes, the granddaughter of Tishikage, but as I told you, you have it downfalls. Some people are too afraid to get close to me. Afraid of my title. Afraid of the spotlight. And some just want to use me to get their own advantage. So yeah, it's hard to find people that you can truly trust. And here I am talking with someone from another village completely, that I can trust. She got your feet. I can't stay here for too long. How about we... She looked away. Do this again, said Naruto. Yeah. You were just waiting for me to say it, said Naruto. As she shook her head, I don't know what you're talking about. He laughed at that. I like you too, he said to her. When did I say I like you? Well, I just figured, said Naruto. Besides, you're not ratting me out to your grandfather. How about next week, said Naruto. This same spot. I should have a time off next week. It mostly happens on Saturdays. So how about it? Well, I'll hold you to that, she said. However, no one, and I mean absolutely no one, can know about this. Do you understand? Tell no one, not even your closest confidant. Because if you do, this is over. And I'll never talk to you again. And I won't be nothing to you. Do you understand me? Naruto nodded. Alright, she said. Just making sure. People can never find out. It will be bad for the both of us. Alright? As Naruto nodded. So I'll see you soon, friend, he said. Yeah. I'll see you soon, friend, she said to him. Be careful. Try not to get caught. Oh, don't worry, I won't. As he rushed off, waving goodbye, she paused. Wait, how did he get through the security? She sat down where she was. Her mind was racing, she should report this. He was able to get into the village, and no one spotted him. And she just let him go. What was this damn feeling, she thought to herself. As her chest was pounding, was she panicking? No, she was not that worried. But she should be. Yet, she knew that Naruto would not betray her. How could she know that? She doesn't even know him. Damn it. What the hell are you doing, Kurosaki? She thought to herself. Meanwhile, Naruto was smiling as he rushed back towards the village. It went better than he expected. He now has a new friend in another village. And she seemed to like him. He liked her as well. He had no idea that their little friendship was gonna start something good and bad as he rushed back towards the village. However, something she said caught his attention. You look like the fourth Hokage. As he wondered. Nah. Why would the fourth Hokage be his father? He wasn't really special. He had to train to get strong. I mean, he was Naruto Uzumaki. He wasn't the fourth son. That can't be, right? Yeah, it can be, he thought. As he stored that thought away in the back of his mind. He arrived back to the village, as he was able to sneak in, taking the same place that he got out in. No one spotted him. It was late in the night. As Naruto threw over his covers, everything was still perfectly where he left it. Time to get something to eat, he thought, as he made himself 10 cups of instant ramen. He got paid for his mission, so he could afford to buy a bit more than usual. Once his stomach was packed, he went to sleep. However, he did not wake up in a dreamland. He was in a damn sewer. What kind of dream is this, Naruto thought to himself as he looked around. He sighed as he kept on walking. Where am I, he thought, as he wondered if this was a scary dream. However, it felt so real. He then heard a sound, like snoring. Making his way towards the sound, he arrived towards a cage. What the hell? As he saw a gigantic fox just sleeping behind some bars. His mind then went towards what Mizuki told him. Hey! You're the Nine-Tails, Naruto said, as he slapped a hand over his mouth. The fox slowly opened his eyes as he focused on the human in front of him. So, my jailer has finally decided to pay me a visit. How did I end up here, said Naruto. It's about time. Given what has happened to you, I'm surprised that you weren't here sooner. Wait, what are you talking about? Your changes. Are you that stupid? Or are you just plain dumb or something? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it seems you are stupid. Hey, stupid fox, don't you call me stupid, said Naruto. A person that doesn't even know what is going on with their own body, and yet you call me stupid. You're more than stupid. You're a buffoon idiot. As Naruto growled, "Hey, you listen here," he says. He jumped forward, jumping right to the bars as he landed on the fox's nose. "I'm not an idiot," said Naruto, as he realized what he just did. A grin came on the fox's face. Its paw came up and swiped Naruto off before crushing him under its paw, as every ounce of water was lifted up in the air with the amount of force the fox brought down, crushing Naruto's body. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want the next part and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on the bell notifications to stay posted. But more for now, remember to stay tuned for the rest of what is coming your way. And I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But for now, I'm out. See you guys soon. Peace, guys.